Casablanca. This is where the private sector representatives from Israel and Morocco are finding ways to cooperate and build business relations since signing the 2020 Normalization Agreement. Investors, businessmen, and government officials from both countries are getting together to pave the road for an economic peace.
The main aim of the conference today is to bring together Moroccan and Israeli entrepreneurs to explore, discuss, and share the knowledge in technological innovations in the sectors such as agri-tech, smart water, energy, and many others.
Israeli ambassador to Morocco, David Govrin, was sent to Morocco shortly after the signing of the Abraham Accords and is the first acting Israeli envoy to the kingdom in nearly 20 years. He is the man in charge of renovating the relationship between Israel and Morocco. The ambassador told the media line about the warming relations between countries.
Our bilateral relationship are based on not only on interests. This is very important to bear in mind. Our bilateral relationship are based on common culture and shared values. And this is why you see a very rapid development of our bilateral relationship in all aspects since December 2020.
Last summer, an official Hamas delegation headed by the group's political leader, Ismail Haniyeh, visited Morocco. The Islamist Palestinian terror group was welcomed by parliament members, including head of the Islamist Party of Morocco, who was serving as prime minister at the time. Govrin talked about Morocco's close relations with Israel's rival.
Well, the leader of Hamas was received and visited Morocco not as a guest of the Moroccan government, but he was received by the head of the Islamic Party. This is a huge difference.
He even referred to the option of Morocco becoming a mediator between Israel and Hamas.
I truly believe that Morocco can play a very significant role, as it used to play during the 80s and the 90s. If you recall, during this period, Morocco supported contacts between Israel and Egypt and between Israel and the Palestinians. So we truly believe that Morocco can play this role once again, as it enjoys very good relations with Israel and with the other Arab countries.
The ambassador discussed the business cooperation that could grow out of the conference, suggesting it would go further than investments. Moroccan human capital, he said, could play a vital role for Israel's fast-growing tech industries. Addressing Morocco's territorial dispute over Western Sahara, we asked the ambassador what other support Israel would offer to the kingdom other than a public recognition of Morocco's statement that it is the sovereign over the disputed region.
Minister Lapid supported the efforts and the contacts made between the Spanish government and the Moroccan government on this issue and described it as a positive development. But as I said, I think that this issue will be discussed sooner rather than later between the leaders of the two countries.
From Casablanca, Adi Koplowitz reporting for the Media Line.